The disturbing case of Timothy Caldwell, 1867. In the summer of 1867, in a remote farming community outside Sedalia, Missouri, the case of 8-year-old Timothy Caldwell became the most disturbing medical study ever documented in the American Midwest. Dr. Samuel Harding, the region's only physician, filled 3 journals with observations of a child whose behavior defied all 19th century understanding of human nature. A child of loss and war. The story begins with loss. Missouri in 1867 was still reeling from the Civil War. Timothy was sent to live with his uncle, Thomas Caldwell, and Aunt Sarah after his own parents died. Their farm was struggling, and Thomas saw the boy as both a burden and a source of free labor. Timothy appeared to be a model child, polite, respectful, and a hard worker. He never complained and was unnaturally focused on his tasks. However, his pale blue eyes held an unsettling intensity that made adults, particularly Dr. Harding, deeply uncomfortable. He seemed to study people with a clinical detachment far beyond his years. A pattern of tragic accidents. Over 6 months, a pattern of mysterious deaths emerged, always with Timothy nearby. Mary Fletcher. The 5-year-old daughter of the town blacksmith drowned in a shallow creek. Timothy found the body and provided an unnervingly detailed description of the scene to the distraught family and Dr. Harding. He claimed he was searching for a lost calf, which was found healthy miles away days later. At the funeral, a neighbor noticed Timothy's eyes remained dry and watchful while everyone else wept. Henrik Larson. An elderly beekeeper was found dead at the bottom of a bluff, his neck broken from an apparent fall. Timothy discovered the body, claiming he saw the man's hat. He suggested Larson was swarmed by bees. Dr. Harding found this unlikely, as the bees at the top were calm, and the dead ones were concentrated only around the body. The precision of the fall seemed suspicious. Jacob Mills. A 6-year-old boy went missing. Timothy joined the search party, showing an uncanny knowledge of the woods. After 4 days, he led rescuers to an abandoned, well-camouflaged well where Jacob was found alive but dying. Dr. Harding noticed the debris around the well looked deliberately placed to hide it. As Jacob died, Harding saw Timothy not praying, but observing the dying boy with a look of scientific satisfaction. Dr. Harding's investigation. Dr. Harding began secretly investigating. He discovered that farms near the Caldwells were suffering bizarre livestock deaths, animals with precise anatomical injuries that didn't match predator attacks. Neighbors often reported seeing Timothy nearby before these accidents. During medical visits, Harding tested the boy and found he had an advanced clinical interest in death, injury, and anatomy, asking questions like, "Did they scream a lot when you cut off their arms?" His breakthrough came when he followed Timothy to a secluded cave. Inside, he found a horror show, a collection of animal bones, crude surgical tools, and detailed drawings of dissected and tortured animals. Most chilling were newer drawings of Mary Fletcher, Henrik Larson, and Jacob Mills, accompanied by notes on their deaths as if they were experiments. The confrontation. Harding knew he had to act. He confided in Sheriff Crawford, but they agreed they had no proof that would convince anyone an 8-year-old was a calculated killer. Their chance came when Timothy's uncle was injured, giving Harding access to the house. He and the sheriff devised a plan to sedate the aunt and uncle and stake out the farm. When Harding arrived, Timothy was waiting for him, his hands scrubbed clean. The boy calmly admitted to all 3 murders, describing his methods with pride. He held Mary Fletcher underwater to study drowning. He loosened stones on the bluff and threw a bag of bees at Larson to trigger a panic-induced fall. He lured Jacob Mills into the well and visited him daily to document the effects of dehydration. Timothy then revealed his next experiment, to kill his aunt and uncle to see how it felt to harm someone who trusted him completely. He turned the tables on Harding, exploiting the doctor's scientific curiosity, suggesting he was the perfect subject for a new study, to see what a knowledgeable man would do to try and save others. A violent struggle ensued. Timothy, though small, fought with ferocious skill using hidden knives. Sheriff Crawford and his deputies burst in just in time to subdue the boy. The aftermath, a legal and psychological dilemma. As Timothy predicted, no one would believe the full extent of his crimes. The drawings were dismissed as a traumatized child's fantasies. However, the attempted murder of his relatives, witnessed by lawmen, was undeniable. The legal system had no framework for a child psychopath. After much debate, Timothy was sent to the Missouri State Hospital for the insane to be studied. There, he fooled staff for months by mimicking remorse and emotions he didn't feel. Dr. Harding documented that the boy had a supreme intellect, but a complete absence of genuine emotion. A psychiatrist discovered Timothy was keeping a coded journal. The decoded entries revealed he wasn't rehabilitating, but was studying the hospital security and staff psychology to plan his escape. In the summer of 1868, after 18 months, Timothy Caldwell disappeared without a trace. The official report called it an escape, but Doctor believed it was the culmination of a brilliant patient plan. Dr. Harding spent the rest of his life tracking mysterious deaths across the Midwest that bore Timothy's hallmark, fearing the boy had grown into an untraceable adult predator. His journals, sealed for a century, became one of the first studies of antisocial personality disorder and remain a chilling warning that evil can indeed wear the face of innocence. The truth about Timothy Caldwell reveals a darkness that challenges everything we thought we knew about the capacity for evil in childhood.